Hey guys, StandardVR, coach of the Kansas City Kirim, here with the Week 3 SPL D-League match against TalonMaster J and the Atlanta Talon Flames. Before we get started, if you haven't yet, if you enjoy draft content, hit that subscribe button. Scroll down to the description while you're there. Find TalonMaster J's link. Definitely drop a sub for them and check out their side of the battle. This is going to be such a fun week. They have such a cool team. I think they were the second pick in the draft, so they got some really good mons. They got their first pick, I believe, was Great Tusk. This thing with like rapid spin, headlong rush, ice spinner. The thing is a menace. It can run booster defense, booster attack, or run booster speed if you really want to. It's kind of hard, but you know, you could do it. They got a Hisuian Samurott and a Zapdos, which is a great kind of flip turn, volt switch, U-turn kind of core. You obviously got your hazards with the Samurott. The Zapdos with the static, with, you know, if any physical attackers hit it, it has a chance to get parried. It's kind of busted. This thing, like max HP, max defense, is super hard to break. Iron Boulder is a uber threat. It can sword stance, it can sub, it can set up. This thing does so much damage. You can't protect in front of it, which I know isn't very used in singles, but you know, sometimes people run protect in singles. Mighty Cleave's kind of busted. Then they got that big Rabombi that can spread some stun spores. You got that fast Moonblast. You got that Sticky Web. All those things that Rabombi brings to the table. Usually this thing's like a Sash lead mon, and it's kind of tricky to deal with my team because I'm very weak to Fairy. Gengar, very fast. A lot of times a Scarf Orb set. Sometimes Sash does a lot of damage. Dazzling Gleam, it kind of cooks my team. And speaking of cooking my team, they have the Baxcalibur with that ice coverage. And you know we're a little weak to ice, so that's definitely coming into play in prep. And then they have a super defensive Registeel. We definitely don't want to let this thing get up some like iron defenses and start body pressing everything. So they have a lot of defensive synergy, a lot of offense that can be thrown our way, and then their two Terra captains, which are not to be ignored. They got the Terra Hydreigon and the Terra Delphox to really kind of tear away from those big weaknesses like Fairy on the Hydreigon side and the weakness like ground or water even on the Delphox side. And they have a lot of setup with like Nasty Plot, and they can just start chunking some things. You know what I mean? So we got to be very respectful of those. So first up on the Kirim squad, we of course have the weakness policy Rhyperior. We are not going Assault Vest this time. We are going weakness policy with the Fairy Terra as kind of just a neutral Terra. Stops Draco Meteors, all that kind of fun stuff. We are going 252 attack. We're going 232 plus nature speed because that's what we need to get to outspeed the majority of their team, barring like a random Scarf or booster energy. And then that last 24 points, we just throw it in Spadef because that's its weakest defensive stat, and we kind of need to live some things. So we're going to try and get some big KOs with this Rock Polish weakness policy set, which is so fun to use. It's so fun to get a Rock Polish off on these slow Rock Mons and a weakness policy and just start going to town with Earthquake, Stone Edges, all that kind of fun stuff. Next up, we're opting for the Choice Scarf Roaring Moon. This thing is rocking 248 attack, 184 plus nature speed, because this allows us to outspeed Scarf Gengar. It allows us to outspeed certain booster speed, or it doesn't outspeed like full speed booster Boulder, but with the way the damage calcs work with that 76 defense, for them to be able to outspeed, the close combat will never KO this Roaring Moon with that defense investment. So it's a calc. It's a calc to be aware of. It's a calc to know. But this should outspeed the majority of their team, if not all of their team, and be able to get off some big damage. We're rocking Outrage because they don't have a Fairy. So they're probably going to bring a Fairy Terra, but it'll force a Fairy Terra if they do, maybe? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to get big outrages. Next up, we got off the bench, fresh off the bench. We got a leftovers Vaporeon with 204 HP, 252 defense, and we are doing a 52 plus nature Spadef because this thing, let me tell you, this thing will even wall a Zapdos. We get a Calm Mind up, and this Zapdos, even if it's like max special attack modest, I think it only does like half. It's absolutely ridiculous. Vaporeon is so busted. It's a good wall. It's a good mon that can kind of sit in front of something and just kind of go, hey, you have to hit me. Otherwise, I'm going to Calm Mind up and sweep you. So next up, we got that Mew. You know I like to lead Mew. This time we have a Scarf Mew. We're going Adamant. We're going 252 attack. We're going 80 speed to outspeed Rabombi. And we're going just throwing 176 HP, just, you know, a standard kind of HP. We don't need to calc for anything specific as far as defense, special defense, all that kind of stuff. So we're just throwing the rest of our bulk in HP. We're going Scarf. be on the lookout for this. If they have Rabombi, if they lead Rabombi, and obviously they have a lot of really good leads in this team. You could lead Great Tusk, you could lead Samurott, you can lead Rabombi. This thing, I have some tech on here to specifically check a Sash lead Rabombi, and it is dual wing beat, which I don't think anyone's going to expect. It's a roll, okay? It's a roll to KO the Rabombi. It is a roll in my favor, but it's a roll nonetheless. So if I see that Rabombi in team preview, I am leading this Mew expeditiously, and I am clicking dual wing beat without a second thought, because we need to get those KOs early. Next up, we have an absolute favorite of mine. We got Choice Banded Scissor with a 252 HP, 252 plus attack. This thing has the absolute GOAT status. It does so much damage. Like, Banded U-turns cook things. Banded bullet punches cook things. I love this mon so much. The priority is so nice. And then, of course, we had to bring our hazard removal Hitmontop with an eject pact. We're just rocking 252 adamant. We're rocking 252 HP. This is my free pivot mon. This is to bring this in, maybe rapid spin away some hazards. We can intimidate some Great Tusks. We can intimidate some Samurotts, which actually this thing is really cracked into Samurott. We could intimidate some Baxcaliburs. I'm expecting one of these mons to possibly be Clear Amulet just because I have the Hitmontop. If you're curious about the eject pack, if you don't know what this thing does, it switches your mon out if it gets a stat lowered. So that means we can come in, close combat, probably on like a Zapdos pivot if I had to guess, and then bring in the Rhyperior. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a free one-time pivot, since this thing doesn't really get like great pivot potential. But we're going to see if it works. Those are the 6 that we are bringing against TalonMaster J and the Atlanta Talonflames. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Let me know who you think comes out on top. Let me know what the MVP of each team you think will be. As always, guys, check out the other coaches. Check out the other Head Honchos. Drop subs on their channels. They'll appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. Tell them I sent you their way. And guys, let's get into the battle. Let's have some fun. Oh, before I forget, shoutouts to the Take Heart Foundation for all their help with prep on these teams, and also shout out ThatsAPlusOne. He has been helping me prep for all of these battles. Absolute GOAT status. But guys, let's get into these battles. I've held you up long enough. Let's go. Alright, we are in week 3 of the SPL D-League up against TalonMaster J, who has an extraordinarily fast, strong team. They got that Rabombi. They got that Zapdos, the Hydreigon. That is a Steel Terra Hydreigon. We got to make sure we remember that. And a Fairy Terra Delphox. Super good Terras. Baxcalibur gets super dicey. So, we knew it was going to be Tusk. A little bit glad to see no Samurott. I didn't really want to deal with that. But we got the tech. We got triple choice because we're just being degenerates this week. And the weakness policy Rhyperior, which is so cool. And then we got our bulky leftovers, Vaporeon, and Eject Pack Hitmontop, which is so cool. I love it. So we're going to lead off with our Scarf Lead Mew and see how they want to play it. So guys, if you haven't yet, definitely drop a sub if you're interested in draft content, and make sure to check out TalonMaster J's channel. The link is in the description below. Check them out, drop a sub, show them your appreciation as we get into these battles. I'm super excited. Alright, good luck, have fun to TalonMaster J. I forgot to write down all the Pokemon, and I forgot what the last one was. So we have the lead Rabombi. Now, this is sick tech. I don't know if you know, Mew gets dual wing beat. And Scarf, we do outspeed, which is absolutely insane. So we could just dual wing beat here, come back and get our rocks later. That way you don't get sticky webs. I don't have to worry about rapid spinning that away. It's a roll to kill, but it's draft. So let's send it. That last one was Bax. Get that dual wing beat, and we get a crit. Mew takes out Rabombi immediately. Nice. Scarf Mew putting in work. Alright, let's see how they respond to this. Actually really glad to not have any like sticky webs go up. Because that's just, it's a lot to deal with, man. It's a lot to deal with. Dual Wing Beat Mew, man. The degenerate Choice Scarf Dual Wing Beat Mew. This mon's so ridiculous. I do want to get rocks up, so I may preserve this. Dual Wing Beat actually does do a decent chunk to Great Tusk. Let's say a defensive Tusk here. Dual Wing Beat does 30-35%, which is good. That's max HP. Headlong does, at full attack, Headlong does 50 to 60. I would kind of like to preserve this thing. Headlong's a little bit free into the team, but Queen Courtney. That is a Delphox. This thing might be trying to set up here. Dual Wing Beat does about half. Huh, how do I want to deal with this? Vaporeon's decent. Roaring Moon's actually your Fairy Terra. So you probably have Terra Blast. Does this thing get agility? Because I feel like it gets agility. But I also feel like I may be making that up. Delphox, 30 seconds. Yeah, it gets agility. I thought it did. Let's see how we going to play this. Let's go. We're gonna go Moon. I don't think Moon is super important in this matchup, and I'd like to force the Terra early if I can. Because if you Fairy Terra, Scizor comes in and cooks. So yeah, your agility, probably Terra Blast. You could be Sash. So Delphox at +2. And my Roaring Moon set, you definitely outspeed. So you're probably going to go for Terra Blast. So I could come in with Scizor here. Terra Blast just cooks. Yep. Let's see. How do we play this? Could also go Mew, to be honest. We'll go Scizor. Let's see what they want to do. I'll double out here. I will double out here. Mew eats pretty well. There's that Dazzling Gleam. Oh yeah, it gets Dazzle. It doesn't even need it. Alright. That's a critical hit. Obviously, Fire Blast cooks. Surprised to see no Terra, but that's fine. If that's the way you want to play it, I'm actually going to go into Mew. Because you don't have any kind of like nasty plot up. So we're just going to double around. Fire Blast does about half. Yeah, cool. So we could U-turn to break Sash, which I think is actually... Could Stealth Rocks. We could trick it. How do we deal with this thing, man? Rhyperior's decent enough. I do feel like this thing is sashed. So yeah, another Fire Blast. Does it pick up? Nope. Mew is busted. Get a U-turn off. They are very intelligently not terastallizing here, which is a little bit annoying. Let's see. I don't have a lot of bulk in this Rhyperior, which is a little bit scary. So I don't know if I really want to go Rhyperior. I could just go into Vaporeon, to be honest. That would force them to Terra. We'll go Vaporeon. Big Vaporeon. Alright, they can go Zap. Psyshock does a decent chunk. feel like we could also just Calm Mind here. Like, depending on your Zap set, we can kind of just 1v1 it almost, because Vaporeon is some kind of stupid. It's like the budget Alamomola, but like, I actually kind of like it better. Let's see how they want to deal with this. Yeah, there's the pivot. Into Zapdos. Grayskull. That's the Zapdos. Okay. So, we are at +1, which is actually really nice. 252. Let's say you're Modest Zap. At +1, that doesn't even do half. Like, I'm kind of fine to just throw a Wish up here. You know I have Rhyperior. There's a Thunderbolt. Yeah. So you're probably not even Modest. And with Lefty's recovery, we can kind of just sit here. Like you might expect, there's a U-turn. Good play not having the Volt Switch. Or maybe you have the Volt Switch, but you know, U-turn as well. Also good because I have Rhyperior, which you probably would have expected to come in there. But again, I think we're okay here. There's Baxcalibur, the big Bax. It is in, and it is trying to do something dastardly. So obviously our Spadef boosts don't really matter. Scald does do a lot, but like Chip on this thing is really good. Scizor can just come in and Bullet Punch. We got Hitmontop with Mach Punch in the back that can just pop it, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously it could be faster, so like Ice Shard, but there's a Swords Dance. Getting dicey. Alright. We could go Hitmontop. But I'm actually fine just staying in. So Scald did about 25-30%. Might have a little bit of Spadef on you. Probably just to live like an Enamorous type thing. Glaive Rush does KO. But again, we have a Scizor. They're going for another one. Man. They're getting big. Rules Protect. I want to see what you're going to do. I don't think I'm going to pivot this thing, but like, do you not have Glaive Rush? Scale Shot. Yeah, you're going for the, cool. Scale Shot then. Scale Shot. Still, that does KO Vaporeon. Scizor. There's a roll to KO a Scizor, actually. So I'm going to just stay in and Scald. This is a little bit of a great Tusk check, but I'm not, like, super concerned about it. I probably should be, but we're going to find out. There's that Scale Shot. Yeah, that's so much damage. Especially with a crit. Alright. Bax KOs Vaporeon. We go Scizor. Now you should know that Bullet Punch KOs. I could go for knock into a Delphox pivot. But I do think U-turn's just as good. Yep. Cool. I'm glad that thing didn't stay in. Alright, there's a zap. That is so much damage. Scizor is ridiculous. Oh, that's a crit, yeah. Static's never lucky, but we have priority, so hopefully, you know what I mean? Hopefully, it doesn't come back to bite us. But, you know. Alright, we go right here. We rock polish immediately. You're such a menace, man. There's the U-turn. Let's see what they're coming in with. Should be probably Tusk, because I'm assuming you assume that I'm going for a rock move. Which is good. It's good. There's the big boy. Alright. Tusk is in. We are fast. We are strong. Headlong does not KO. The question really is, I think we just stay in an Earthquake. Do we Terra, though? I think we just Earthquake. Let's see what you got. Is this Scarf Tusk? Obviously, Tusk eats Earthquake pretty well, but... You could pivot to Hydreigon. Yep, we do outspeed. Almost half. Headlong Rush. TY for the weakness policy. That's a little too close for comfort. Ice Shard may pick that up, to be honest. Yeah. Fairy Terra, maybe? Do you go Hydreigon here? I mean, I don't think Fire Punch picks up, so I think I have to go for Earthquake here. Fire Punch is 50 to 60. That is a roll that I am not comfortable with. Stone, or no, that was on the back Excalibur. Yeah, we'll just Earthquake. All of this does kind of free up our Scarf Roaring Moon a bit in the back. Obviously, Hydreigon is still a menace, but we'll see. Gion Stone Edge would just wreck Hydreigon as well. Yeah, they stay in. Give us Tusk. So Tusk. Alright, never got those rocks up, which I really would have liked, but that's fine. Who needs rocks, right? You can come in and dual wing beat stuff to finish it off. There's Bax Caliber. Like I said, they do have Ice Shard. I bet they have Ice Shard. I'm a bit too low to really do anything about that. 16 to 20. There is like the smallest chance that we live this. So we'll just stay in an Earthquake. Yeah. Okay, so Bax KOs Rhyperior. Sorry, trying to take notes. And you are left with Hydreigon, Delphox, Zapdos. Alright, so we can't Outrage because that Delphox can just come in. What I actually like here is I think if we go Hitmontop, get a nice Intimidate down, this should force a Delphox pivot. And we can just close combat, get our eject pack off, and pivot straight into Moon before it gets an agility up. Oh, there's Zap. That's fine too. Yep. Pivot right on out. Roaring Moon U-turn doesn't get it. Yeah, this is getting a little dicey here. Alright, we're gonna go Moon. Crunch should get it. And it's very hard to pivot in. I'm gonna U-turn. And I'm gonna come in with Mew to actually get another free pivot. Because I'm assuming you're U-turning here. Thunder Wave. Okay. That's not what I expected. That's good, though. Moon is a threat. Here I will just try to get rocks up. They're just going to roost. Problem is, this does kind of give Delphox free setup. Hopefully they don't see that and they just U-turn. This should just be a hard swap. You should know I'm scarfed by the fact that I outsped Rabombi. T-Bolt, take the Mew. Thank you. Alright, problem is I don't really have anything. Alright. Outrage doesn't even KO this thing. Jeez. Okay. I think Zapdos just might kind of run away with this. Which is insane. We're gonna go Outrage. Ooh, that crit gets it though. My bad. Now, obviously, you just go Delphox, Fairy Terra, and Agility up. But this does kind of give me a little bit of a Scizor endgame if I don't get any full pairs. So let's see it. I actually don't know if that KO helped me or hurt me. Such as draft. Yeah, there's the Fairy Terra. Outrage whiff. Do you agility up? Yes, you do. You know what's really weird? I don't need this. As long as Scizor doesn't get fully paired, we might actually still be able to do this. Because I am fairly certain. Hydreigon. Big Intimidate. Yeah, there's Fire Blast. Yeah, I wasn't going into Scizor. I will just try and get a Rapid Spin off for the chip. Just in case you want to try and switch in like a Hydreigon or something, like on something really weird. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think I need this. Dazzling Gleam. Yep. Oh, Delphox KOs. Hitmon top. KOs. Top. I'm really bad at taking notes. I almost ran Iron Head on Roaring Moon too. Would have been good. Actually, Earthquake probably. Nah. We trust in Scizor. We trust in Scizor. We just click that Bullet Punch. Do it for me, Scizor. Come on, man. Come on. Choice Band Scizor. Let's do it. Are you Babiri Berry? I don't think it matters. Come on, sis. You got me? You got me, Scizor? Take out these last 3 mons? I need you to hit, like, 4 bullet punches. Actually, I just need you to hit this bullet punch, because then Moon can come in and just outrage. Let's go, Scizor. Let's go, man. There we go. Now this should just be a Scarf Outrage endgame. Alright, there's the Hydreigon. Now, they could have Fire Blast or something or another. I'm just... Yep, we just stay in Bullet Punch. Alright, Scizor, let's finish this out strong, man. No pairs. No pairs, Scizor. Let's do this. Ah! Can you miss Fire Blast? Sub. Oh, that's a problem. Scizor. Scizor, my guy. Scizor, I need you to hit 1 Bullet Punch right now. That's all I need. That's all I need, my guy. I need you to break this sub. And this is draft. There we go. Let's go, Scizor. Nice. Might be nasty plotting here. I don't think Hydreigon gets agility. We've got mono agility. Yeah, there's that nasty plot. Alright. Come on, Scizor. We got this. I know they're lefties. Which means they're super bulky. Probably. But we just have to stay in and bullet punch, because we can't let them get away with a free sub. Especially after a nasty plot, Draco will cook Roaring Moon. Big bullet punch. Let's go, Scizor. Alright. You don't think you have enough health. You don't have enough health to make a sub. Scizor, my guy. Scizor is him, man. Let's do it. Bullet punch. You see how fast? We just click it. Ain't no other move, man. We just click and bullet punch. Nothing. Let's go, Scizor. Alright, alright. Big Draco. Does that even KO Scizor? It does, because you're at +2. Cool. Alright, so thing is, though. Scizor, you did great. You did great, buddy. Wish you would have finished this out strong, but you did great. Alright, Moon. Time to clean up. We just click Outrage. Ain't nothing else to do. We are Scarf Moon. We are faster. You are not scarfed. I don't think there's an item in the world that saves you from an Outrage from Roaring Moon when you're that low on health. Focus Band? Are you Focus Band Hydreigon? Don't be Focus Band Hydreigon. That would be insane. Nice. Let's go, Moon. Bax is going to come in. Take a ton of Stealth Rocks damage. That late game Stealth Rocks damage value. So Ice Shard, which I think is your only play. That's a Scizor. Let me not just throw this immediately. If you are... Let's see. What is that? Never melt ice. Yep. Nope. Outrage. Roaring Moon takes it home. Let's go. Guys, I'm not going to tell you how much I needed it after this week. This has been a rough week. So glad we could take this win. GG's to TalonMaster J. Great prep. Great game. So much fun. Guys, definitely check out their channel. Give them a sub, give them a like, give them a comment on. Make sure you check out their side of the video as well and the battle. Stay tuned next week as we go into week 4, I think, of the SPL D League. Guys, take it easy. Peace.